Hello everyone, I, Zainab Tinwala, lecturer from Arihant College of Arts, Commerce and Science, welcome you to my study channel. In my previous video, I had explained you and given the definition of organizing. Organizing is nothing but whatever you have planned, it gives a practical shape to your planning. So, in according to organizing, it is a process of identifying, bringing the required resources together, grouping and arranging them properly for achieving the goals. That means you have to identify what all things have to be done in future. Whatever material you require to execute your plans, you have to collect it, group them, arrange them in a systematic way so that all these things will help you to achieve your goal. Planning is what you have to do in future, whereas organizing is decides the way in which you will achieve your plan. So organizing is a function which is very important for execution of plan. Like for example, you have thought of arranging a party in your house. So now what is identifying? Identifying means you have to identify what all things you will be requiring for that party. You have to arrange for food, you drinks, you have to invite guests, you have to buy good clothes for your parties, have a music system, you have to change the look of your house, or you have to book a hall, all these things. Then you collect, bring the required resources together. That means you meet people for booking a hall or for arranging food. You find out which caterer is best. For arranging cold drinks, you will find out which cold drink to buy, all these things. Once you have done, you know what are your resources, then you group them, you arrange them. Okay, first you will put on music, you will buy clothes or whatever it is, like food, veg, non-veg, or cold drinks. You want to buy Pepsi or you want to buy Coke, whatever it is, you will arrange them, put them in order so that your party is fruitful, it's best. So organizing is what? It's identifying, grouping, and arranging your resources in such a way so that you can achieve your goal. So, now coming to why do we need to organize things? Why it is necessary for an organization to perform organizing function? So here are a few points which I have noted down and which I am going to explain. That is importance of organizing. The first is facilitates administration as well as operation, brings specialization, defines the jobs properly, clarifies authority and responsibility, establishes coordination. Sixth is helps for effective administration. Seventh, helpful for growth and diversification. Next, creates sense of security, scope for innovation, and the last is helps in optimum utilization of resources. In today's video, I am going to explain you all the first 5 importance of organizing function. So let's begin with the first function, that is facilitates administration as well as operation. So here is the explanation for this point. Organizing is essential because it facilitates administration as well as operations of in the organization. Administration means in an admin department you have different kind of people working for some or the other work. They don't work on the machines, they work on a paper, like written work they do in an office. As well as operation in the organization, operation means working on the machines. So by the proper grouping of the work and the employees, production increases, overload of work is checked, wastage is reduced, duplication of work is restricted, and effective delegation becomes possible. Like if an in Purchase department. One person is allotted to go and buy goods from outside. One person will record how much he has spent on what goods. One person will arrange those goods. So that is the work is being grouped among the employees. So for this we can say division of work, which was the first principle of Henry Fayol, is applied in this first importance in the organizing function. So the work is divided among the employees. This will help to increase the production. If the particular person knows what kind of work he is do, so there is no overloading of work, any wastage is reduced, the work is not being duplicated, and all these things makes helps in effective delegation and to achieve the goals of an organization. Next is brings specialization. So as you see, the work gets divided, so each and every person knows what kind of work he or she has to do. So after a certain period of time they become specialized in the work they are doing. So here is the explanation. Organizing provides a great scope for bringing specialization in every department of an enterprise through proper allocation of jobs among the employees. It refers to the way in which the work of a group is arranged and distributed among members to efficiently achieve the objectives. Like if you say in your class teacher knows which student is best in what kind of work, or which student has a great interest in doing what kind of work. So she will allot that particular work to that child only. Like if she wants to decorate the notice board, so she'll appoint the students whose writing is best, who knows calligraphy, who knows cursive writing best. Some student might be good in thinking innovative, creative work. Some might be good in drawing, some might be good in coloring. So that work will be allotted to those students only. And after some times, if they keep on repeating this work, they will be specialized in that work, so that day by day they'll keep on improving themselves, and this will help them to be the best till the end. Next is the third importance is defines the jobs properly. So this is helping in defining the jobs properly, which clarifies the role of every person. Organizational structure helps in putting right men on the right job, which can be done by selecting people from various departments according to their qualification, skill, and experience. Well defined jobs and responsibilities attached helps in bringing efficiency into managers working. Like if you see in your college, there is principal, vice principal, HOD, then you have coordinators, and then the teachers. So each and every person at their designated designation, they are appointed on the basis of the qualification, their skill and experience. So according to their skills and qualification, it means that they are being at the right position at right time. So when they get this authorities, like if the principal has the or some authorities, he has along with it some responsibility also. As you can see, Henry Fayol's second principle is applied in this, that is authority and responsibility. When somebody gets an authority, automatically responsibility goes with it. So in an organization, when right person is on the right job on the basis of their qualification, skill, and experience, they bring efficiency in the work, as well as they help in achieving the target of the organization also. The next is clarifies authority and responsibility. This means the organizational structure helps in clarifying the role position to every manager. This can be done by clarifying the powers to every manager, and the way he has to exercise those powers should be clarified so that misuse of powers do not take place. Well defined jobs and responsibilities help in bringing efficiency in the manager's work. If you say, like we take the previous example of your college, like the teachers knows that she has to report to the coordinator, the coordinator knows that she has or he has to report to the HOD, the HOD will then report to the vice principal, and the vice principal will report to the principle. So each and every person knows what power they have, how to use their power, and whom to they have to report, and whose responsibility they have to bear. So that this, when one person has to report to his or her superior, they know that how much power they have to use. They cannot misuse the power. Like if the teacher says to any child, you have been rusticated from the college or from the school, that is not the right thing. The she does not have or he does not have the power to rusticate the child, but that authority is given by the principal. The principal will look into the matter, find out whether the teacher is or the students is right, wrong, find out everything, and then only the principal will take the decision. So this helps, the authority and responsibility helps to not to misuse the powers. Next is establishes coordination. As we have already seen in F.W. Taylor's principle, that is harmony, not discord, and mental revolution, that principles applies in this management function. That is, coordination activities activates each function of management and makes them efficient and purposeful. It helps in achieving harmony among individual efforts for attaining organizational goals. It is present in all activities of an organization such as production, sales, finance, etc. This means that in a group, if you're working in a group, you have to forget your ego and work as a team. When the team efforts will be done, when entire teams works properly, then only the organization will achieve its goal. Among the group team, it can be a subordinate and a in you can say the employee and his superior, or one department to other departments, all the departments also have to work together, and the top level, middle level, and the lower level management, all three also have to come together and work as a team so that they can achieve the organizational goals. I have explained the 5 importance of organizational function. In my next video, I'll be explaining the next 5. Till then, thank you. Take care.